Hi, I'm Catrina Demonteverde, and I am here with Joey Vigour. He is the creator, the designer for this game that we see here, and it's called GROWL. So, Joey, yes, exactly. So, Joey, tell me about how you came up with this game and also how you got started with gaming in general.
Sure. Well, Growl, basically, the initial inspiration was I was thinking, man, I love werewolf, but it takes, 4 hours to play. And there's some sort of werewolf spin-offs that didn't really work for my group for various reasons, mostly because we're too nice to each other and we're not all great liars. So I thought, what if I could combine kind of like Uno with werewolf? And that was sort of my initial idea for it. And it was shocking how quickly it came together, and it was finished within just a couple months. And as far as my inspiration in gaming in general, I wanted to make movies years ago, and I realized quickly I had no control over the final product. So I started making board games, and Kickstarter basically changed my life, and I've done a couple of them now, and they've all been successful. And so I just keep doing it, and we'll see what happens in the future.
Wow, that's amazing. But how did you know what steps to take in order to create a game and get it out there?
Well, I went to my local game store and they said, "Oh, you've got to go to the Gamma Trade Show." So I went to the Gamma Trade Show and everyone said, "Oh, well, you've got to, find a manufacturer and get different quotes, and you've got to meet all the publishers and find out, and you got to play all the games, obviously, in the whole world to make sure that your game is actually can compete with the professional quality games." And so that was 5 or 6 years ago, and I've just kept meeting people and meeting people and meeting people, and everybody gives a little bit more information, a little piece of the puzzle, and now it's coming together pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely an achievement to be proud of, because not everybody can create something like this, come up with the idea, come up with like the illustrations on the cards, and also just, the process of having people enjoy a game. You have to really do your research, I'm assuming, to make sure that it's a game that a lot of people can understand and can enjoy together. So I've had the privilege to actually play the game, and it was a lot of fun. I was one of the first people to die, but I'm okay. Yeah,
I murdered you.
Exactly. But everybody worked together. It was a lot of fun. Can you tell us, just the process of the game, just give a brief snippet of the goal of the game and what's included in it?
Sure. Well, Growl is sort of like other social deduction games in that some of you are going to be the evil werewolves and some of you are going to be the humans. But cards are going to come up that are going to be passed to other players. And we're all sort of trying to distribute all the bad stuff to the people we think might be bad and the good stuff to the people that think might be good. Unlike other games where you have like a roll card where it tells you whether you're a human or a wolf, in this game, your entire hand together, reconciled together, reveals your role. So if you ever have 3 bites that are not negated by a charm, then you've turned into a wolf, and now your goal is to make sure there's no humans left alive. So it's not just a game about, finding the wolves and taking them out. It's a game about trying to just have one human survive, because the humans are actually going to get converted. So as night falls, night is a card that pops up, and there's a different phase where everyone's actually going to pass a card left and a card right, and you don't look at the 2 cards you receive, you shuffle them up, so you don't know which of your neighbors might be a wolf. Yeah. And so that's how the wolves spread the infection around the table, and you might be the last human left alive, and you're not really sure if you're alive or if you're a human or going to be turned into a wolf or not. And so finally, the final phase of the game is there's one last night card, and then there's the growl, where all the wolves, starting with the wolf 0, the first wolf, all wolves begin going grrr, and then if there's any humans left alive, then humans win. Otherwise, wolves have taken over the colony, and you take a look at your gold and see who's the ultimate winner.
I love it. No, it's a fun game. Thank you so much for your time. What else is in stored for you?
Sure. Well, I'm working on a spin-off standalone sequel to Battle Stations with my friend designer Jeff Zidek. Battle Stations was a giant Kickstarter we did last year, and so this year we're going to do a new sort of standalone game that is compatible with the original Battle Stations called Dirt Side. So it's Battle Stations but set on planets. So that's a big game with miniatures. It's a little bit more ambitious than Growl, but it's also a game that I think for the right person, it's an absolute treat.
Nice. Well, thank you again, Joey. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. I'm Catrina with IdeateTV. We'll see you next time.